Hey, my baby. I'm wrapping up this series about the spirit of envy. God is talking to us about the spirit of envy and how it causes separation from His presence. Coming from the book of Numbers, chapter 12, starting at the first verse, God is showing us the numbers 1 to 1. 1 to 1 means separation. We already know that 2 1 2 means coming together. The two shall become one flesh. Talking about covenant and relationship, how we form a bond with God when we come together in agreement. Agreement is very important with God. When we are out of agreement, we are out of sync. And when we are out of sync, we are separated. God is talking about the spirit of separation due to the spirit of envy. It says, Numbers chapter 12, starting at the first verse, and Miriam and Aaron spake against Moses because of the Ethiopian woman whom he married, for he had married an Ethiopian woman. The spirit of envy had crept in the heart of Miriam and Aaron, causing them to speak negatively about Moses, about the chosen one, about the prophet and man of God, to the point where it says in verse 2, and they said, hath the Lord indeed spoken only by Moses? Can you hear the envy in the tone of the text? Hath he not spoken also by us? And the Lord heard it. Verse 3 is what caps it off. It says, now the man Moses was very meek. Oh, he was so nice. Not only was he nice and meek and humble above all the men which were upon the face of the earth. Moses was the most sweetest person you would ever meet. If you met Moses, you would want him to win. You would want him to be blessed. And then he saved all of these people from the hands of Pharaoh. Oh, he was so loving and kind. And you mean to tell me he had people speaking negatively about him because he had a fine sister on his arms? Do this sound familiar to you? People who are closest to you do not want to see you win due to the spirit of envy in their hearts. God hears this. He hears the conversation of the people around you. These people envy your gifts and talents. They envy your anointing, and God is not pleased with this. If you read this book for yourself when you have time. But it says in verse 10, now we've been talking about 10, 7 and 10. 10 is judgment, 10 is law. It says, and the cloud departed from off the tabernacle. God was standing in the doorway. We've discussed when God is at the door, he's either coming with judgment or he is coming with blessings. In this case, he came with judgment. It says he left the tabernacle. He left the doorway. And what he left? He left judgment upon the body of Miriam, leaving her with a leprosy because of the defilement that came out of her mouth. Speaking against a chosen one, her own body was defiled. In 7 days, she was separated from everyone, including God. Watch your mouth and be blessed.